Aaron, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. Thanks for taking my call.
You bet, Aaron. How can I help?
I am struggling to decide whether to get out of the military or not.
Okay. Tell me more.
I joined straight out of high school at 19, and a lot has happened since then. So I've been in a little over 6 years now. I have a little over 2 left currently. Like I said, when I joined, I was 19. I was single. My first base was in the States. I absolutely loved my job. The goal was always to do 20. So I love my job, so that still seemed like the goal for a while. We came overseas about a little over a year ago, and I'm married now with a kid, so goals have changed a little bit. I don't like my job as much here, so that definitely put a big swing at things. So now I'm kind of struggling to decide whether or not to get out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are you leaning towards right now? If you didn't have me to talk to, and I'm going to weigh in on this, but I just want to know where you sit right now at the start of our conversation.
I'm leaning towards getting out. It's just the anxiety and the, I guess, not knowing what's next.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I get it. All right, let's go back for a second. You said that there was a point where you loved your job. And so at that point you were going, all right, I'm going to stay for 20 years. This is great. Then it feels like, based on what you told me, when you went overseas for this new assignment, that's when you go, oh, this assignment, it's this job. I don't really love this. I don't have any juice for this. And that combined with the fact that you're going, could I make more money in the private sector to take care of my family? Feels like that's the perfect storm that's creating doubt. Am I right?
Correct.
All right.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you this. If we just kind of reassigned you today, whether it's in Okinawa or wherever, and you were doing a job that you really love, that was in your sweet spot in the military, using what you do best to do what you love, to produce results that matter to you, would you be thinking about getting out as much? I mean, I think that's the $1 million question.
As much? No, definitely not. I would definitely consider staying in more. Part of it, like I said, is I have a family now, so there's that want to settle down and, be a homeowner and all that, be closer to family. But no, I would definitely consider staying in more if I was back in that sweet spot.
Yeah. So where do you honestly think you would be? Would you be 60-40 staying in? 70-30? What would it be?
If I was in the sweet spot, 50-50, maybe 60-40 getting out. I'm almost kind of set on it now. It's just really...
Okay. See, that's what I want to know. What are the I think there's more drivers now then. I think it is, do you want to be close to family and not be in the situation where you're having to move all around the world all the time because that's part of the military experience and setting some roots? Feels like the roots and being near family feels like that's a real big driver right now. Yeah,
I think the job dissatisfaction here started it, and then from there it kind of got me, opened my mind to, could I make more money?
Yeah.
Could I be closer to family?
Well, the answer is yes.
Could my son see his grandparents more, all that.
Yeah. So the answer is you can do better and make more money. What do you think your sweet spot is? If you were to give me a quick purpose sentence, and it sounds like you've listened enough of the show to know where I'm going here, using what you do best to do work you love to produce results that matter. Give me a generic version or as specific as you can. What's your sweet spot?
Well, at my first base, I ranked up pretty quick just because I got really good at my job really fast, and I'm a jet engine mechanic, so I worked on the flight line there, so I led a crew of usually 5 to 10 people of maintenance tasks, and what I liked about it so much was that every day was different. We were rarely in the office, and every day was curveballs, and it was just fun to go to work.
Do you enjoy, if you were to rank leading a team towards problem-solving solutions, do you get more juice out of that or actually turning the wrench and fixing something?
I'd say initially it was turning the wrench, but now that I've been in a while, it's definitely the leading the team and training my own team to make us the best team possible.
So you've got experience in the military, transferable experience as a leader, as a manager of people, yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So could you effectively, if I made a phone call today to somebody who's got a great mechanic shop or a garage or whatever and said, hey, I've been told you need a shop manager, you need somebody to manage the crew who understands the mechanical side, but more importantly knows how to lead. I got a guy, tell you about my guy, Aaron. Guy led in the military. Stud. He's open to it. How would you feel about that opportunity?
If it was like set in stone, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, of course it is. It's my analogy. Don't start throwing your doubt in my analogies, man. Come on.
Okay.
You see where I'm getting at this? I'm giving you one example, just one. I'm not saying you've got to go into the mechanic field. But the point is, why wouldn't you go into a field that you actually are trained on and actually have some proficiency in, and then you lead a team there? Seems to me to make a lot of sense. But here's what I want you to understand. If you've led a team in the military, you can lead a team in the private sector. Am I right or am I wrong?
True. Correct.
Because you know what it's like to give a command, and in the military, it's like you got to do it. So the challenge will be to go to the private sector where you help somebody realize, I'm giving you a command, and it's not like the military, but I still got to motivate you. I've got to serve you. I've got to lift you. I've got to come along beside you. That's what leadership is. And I got to help you get done what I need you to get done. What's your confidence level in being able to lead people in the private sector?
Okay.
No, I'm asking.
I think it's just that.
What's your confidence
level?
level?
The bravery of actually doing it,
Yeah.
I think it's just the anxiety of the unknown, like where I'll actually end up.
100%. But let me take out. There's only so much you can know until you start applying. Until you start finding opportunities. You got 2 years. You got 2 years to make connections, and I'm guessing you guys know the zip code that you want to fall back into. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So 2 years to make connections. And you can do that even from Okinawa. But you're just letting people know, hey, we're moving back in 2 years. And I've got all this leadership experience, and I want to step into a leadership role. You start making connections maybe with some machinists, machine shops, or factories, or whatever. You start finding opportunities that look attractive to you where you know as a military leader, you can come in and lead people day one. And remember this, step into the status of being a leader in the military. That still holds a lot of weight with a lot of people. It's not like you're coming out of the military going, I want to lead, and you've never led before. Not to mention the fact that you've led, but what about being a follower in the military makes you a great leader? Start to think through those things and begin to create a narrative. And as you create that narrative for yourself, your confidence level will grow, and that confidence will push you, and it also will come across in interviews. You tracking with what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got this, man. You just got to identify all the different ways that you can lead in the private sector and where you'd want to lead, kind of work you want to be attached to. Go for it, man. You got this. There's no stopping you, Aaron.